Yeah. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the ILG LCL. My name is Loki, and now we've got the last game of the day. We've got a team called MisFits coming from a popular Bangalore region versus a famous, I think the first Sri Lankan team we've had in this split called PnX Insomniac Gaming Alliance. And joining with me here today is one of India's best junglers. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Akansh and I play as OG.CM's office and I play for Team Oblique Gaming and I play the jungle role.
Yeah, so happy to have you here, man. And
Thanks,
going
buddy.
straight into the game, we've got the Warwick band coming out by blue team. We've got the Morgana band, and on the purple team, we've got the Irelia and Tristana band. So first off the back, what do you think about the blue team's bands, the Warwick and Morgana?
Even though Warwick is nerfed now, his ult still suppresses one of the carries for like 2 seconds, which can easily help them pick off the AP carry or the AD carry. So it's a worthy ban. And Morgana is also a very common ban that you see in like higher healers because of the spell shield, which is like really strong to keep the carries alive. About the Irelia and Tristana ban, I'm not too sure. Like Irelia is a strong pick anyway, but I think the Irelia and Tristana ban might be target bans. Probably the Sri Lankan team thinks that like these guys play that.
Indeed is. I really think the Irelia ban is because is a more of a generalistic ban because this is patch 4.21 and Irelia is still a very strong top laner at the moment.
She is the strongest top laner right now.
Yeah, she is kind of the strongest top laner right now, and you know that's probably a general ban. A Tristana ban, I'm not really sure. Probably it's because of the late game Tristana. You know, once you get late game, that level 18 range on Tristana really hurts, and I'm not too sure about the Sejuani ban either. But what do you think about the blue team's Leona ban? I mean, we do have 2 bans coming out in the support position alone. So what do you think about that?
I'm not too sure why they banned Leona. Maybe because the Sri Lankan support has like the most number of games on Leona. But otherwise, if he was gonna pick Thresh, I don't really see the point of going for a Leona ban because Thresh kind of counters Leona, right? When she ease into stun, you can just a good Thresh can just play her away midway. So the initiating would be pretty hard with Leona actually.
Yeah, indeed, but that takes a lot of skill level to do. You have to kind of time your flay correctly in order to prevent Leona from initiating on you. So, you know, it does take off the time. But yeah, coming into the picks, we do have the purple team taking that Amumu and the Alistar straight away. I'm not too sure why they took these 2 champions. It could probably be they probably like play these champions a lot and are really comfortable on these champions. But, you know, this is patch 4.21 and there's a lot of strong picks to take. Like for jungle, you could take Jarvan, I'd like to say, because I think right, he's probably one of the strongest junglers at the moment, but I'm not too sure. Why don't we ask the expert? So yeah, what do you think about this Mumu and Alistar ban? I mean pick, sorry.
I'm not too sure about like why they picked that, but maybe they've like thought about a team comp, which we'll probably see when all their picks like unfold. We'll see the team comp they're looking at. Maybe they're looking at a team fight oriented comp. So they're going for the Momo and Alistair pick with a good tanky front line so that the carries can probably free hit from the back. But I'm not too sure about the Yorick ban. And also I'd like to add one more thing. The Sejuani ban is pretty valid now because in 4.21 they buffed her and she's like really strong right now. So with that alt initiate, she's like very OP.
Yeah, she also brings a lot of CC for her team, and she has a quite good ganking potential.
She has like literally 3 CC spells, so that's like CC health.
Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, I guess, you know, that kind of is a worthy ban. So, yeah. Coming down to the picks from the blue team, we do have a standard Thresh and Lucian lane. Cookie is playing that Lucian and Krenko, I believe, on that Thresh. And so we got the 2 bot lanes being picked up, Thresh and Lucian versus a Corki and Alistar. So how do you think that will be played out?
I'm sorry, what?
How do you think the bot lane matchup would be played out?
I'm not too sure about like bot lane matchups, but I think like Corki is right now the strongest ADC. It used to be Lucian, but after he got nerfed with his passive got nerfed, I think the strongest ADC right now is Corki, and Corki Alistar lane is going to be pretty strong because if the Alistar is pretty tanky, they should be able to win bot lane.
Yeah, indeed. And I think, Jojo, from one of your games, I think it was OG versus. I'm not too sure what the team name, but I think it was against Pessimistic Chap you guys were
Yep.
playing with. Yeah, we did see Exiled having a stunning performance on Corki. I mean, rushing that Trinity Force and then straight up going for a 1v1 and coming out on top against Delusion. So, yeah, I guess
Yep.
we
Yep.
can
Yep.
pretty much say that Corki is the king of AD carries at the moment. One role I'd like to also talk about is the jungle role. So, I know you don't play much of Shaco, but we do see a Shaco versus a Mumu matchup. So, how do you think this matchup is going to be played out in the jungle?
See, the thing is, Shaco is a very good counter jungler and a very strong pick right now. And in the last two patches, that's even in 4.2 and not 4.21, he's pretty strong. He's one of the top tier junglers, along with like Fiddle, Jarvan, Pantheon, and stuff. So, since Amumu is relatively slower, so maybe you might see a lot of counter jungling happening by the Shaco, and that's probably why he's running Ignite as well instead of Flash. So he's probably going to be looking at setting up boxes and warding the enemy jungle and looking at some kill potential on Amumu at early levels. Hopefully, steal his buffs. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, so
But then again, it all depends on the play style of the players. So yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's how the jungle matchup is going to be going. Shaco is actually kind of, I actually think it's a good pick against an Amumu because Amumu, he's kind of really bad at clearing his buffs. He has very good ganking potential with his Q and his ulti. Also his Cry also gives him a good amount of slows, I guess. So I think Shaco was a very excellent pick coming into this game. Meanwhile, we do have like a standard season 3 type of top lane matchup, a Wukong versus a Lee Sin. Now, both of these players have taken teleport, and it's something we haven't really seen in a while. I mean, mostly in this patch, people are picking like Irelia top, Maokai top, Jarvan top, which has been a new surprise, and Renekton also has made his return a little bit, I guess, in the top lane, but it's more of a Lissandra, Rumble, Maokai type of meta at the moment. So, Lee Sin versus Wukong top lane. How do you think that matchup is gonna go? Like, not the team fight part of aspect of it, but just like the lane matchup.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the team fight aspect of it, I think Wukong will obviously be way better eventually. But I'm guessing in a laning matchup, he picked Lee Sin to counter the Wukong, I guess. I don't know if he really counters the Wukong, but because of his Q and E, I think he should be able to grab a couple of early kills. But if Wukong manages to not die at early levels till he's 6, then I think he should come on top. And he should be more useful in team fights because he's running the telly as well. Wukong making a telly play would be more effective than like Lee Sin making a telly insect play, which is more, I mean, less likely to happen.
Indeed. So yeah, in lane. So basically, you're saying in lane, Wukong would be better, but then team oriented wise, sorry, in lane Lee Sin would be better, but in a team comp oriented wise, Wukong would be better, right?
Yep, yep. And it would be better to get objectives like if it was a dragon fight and Wukong teleports in and all it's like 3 people, it's gonna be so much better than a Lee Sin coming into a team fight and just like queuing one guy. But anyway, let's see how it goes. If the Lee Sin gets a good lead, manages to go 2-0 or 3-0 in lane, then you can never tell what happens even in team fights.
Yeah,
Because
indeed.
even though the Lee Sin's not so strong in his team fight, but if you look at the rest of the team, they have an Amumu, an Alistair, a Corki, and a Syndra. So that's gonna be like very brutal.
Yeah, another thing to mention is this is a relatively new team. They are a Sri Lankan team playing in this tournament, so I guess not many of us know what their playstyle would be or how they'll play their champions. I think this is going to be like the first time we're seeing a Sri Lankan team actually play a competitive tournament. I'm not too sure. I haven't been in the scene long enough, but yeah. So we'll see how their playstyle go and how they communicate accordingly with the team because it'll be quite interesting to know. But blue team, I mean, most of the players here have been here for quite some time. I think they have really good solo queue rating and they have good synergy amongst each other. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So before we go getting into the team comp side and see other stuff, let's talk about the last lane. We haven't discussed about, which is going to be the mid lane. I mean, Ori versus Syndra matchup. How do you think it's going to go?
I think it like I'm not too sure about mid lane matchups, but I think it'd be more of it's about the skill cap. Like it depends on who plays their champion better. If Ari manages to dodge that stun of Syndra's and manage to get around and land the charm, he'd probably get the kill. But if Syndra managed to land that stun and immediately chain ulti, she'd probably land the kill before Ari can even run away. If you manage to Q stun and ulti, so it's really about the skill matchup, I'd say.
Yeah,
Since
and
we've
one
never
thing.
seen the Sri Lankan players before, they might just surprise us. You never know.
Indeed, and one thing I'd also like to add, indeed, it's mostly of a skill matchup because two of Ari's main CC and damage abilities are skill shots. I mean, you have the Charm, which is a CC, which is a skill shot, and you have the Orb of Deception, which is also a skill shot. On Syndra, you don't really have a skill shot except for that long range stun, I guess.
Yeah.
And in burst wise, who do you think would be more bursty?
It's obviously going to be Syndra who's more bursty because even if there's like the thing with Ari is she needs to land that combo to get the burst going. But for Syndra, it's just about like the Q and R. Just like make sure you get even if you just click that out, that 400 500 damage is going to go through. And if she probably gets like a DFG, she can like burst down the Ari real quick. But like I said, if the Ari manages to dodge that stun and land her charm, then she can just burst Syndra in like 1 second.
Indeed, and how do you think the Shaco? Do you think it would be wise for Shaco to focus on the mid lane a lot because Syndra really does not have any form of mobility except for her flash. She could use her stun for utility purposes, but likewise she doesn't have any mobility. Whereas Ari, she gets 3 dashes with her Spirit Rush at level 6. So would mid lane be a good lane for Shaco to kind of camp there?
Yeah, mid lane is actually the easiest lane for Shaco to gank always because he can always deceive in from any of the sides, the rivers, behind, come from behind, the sides, anywhere. And it should be like he should make sure that the Syndra is stuns on CD and then it's going to be a free kill for them. I don't think the Shaco should be focusing bot too much because he doesn't have flash. And when he goes in for that gank, he's probably going to get like knocked up and knocked back to tower, so that'll be pretty risky.
Indeed, and now we're finally loaded into the game. Blue
So if I
team,
was Shaco, I'd probably camp mid a lot.
yeah, indeed. And also, one thing also wanted to ask: how do you think the purple team in this case should ward against the Shaco? Because we know putting a standard ward in the brush will not stop a Shaco gank because he can go invisible for some time and probably gank from behind or any other paths. So how do you think blue team should approach the warding situation of a Shaco?
You mean purple team? Purple team should
Oh
probably
yeah.
keep the raid side warded. Have like slightly deeper wards always, because if you just ward the river brush, you're probably gonna deceive over it anyway. Oh wait, you see a play happening there. Oh never mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we
he's
just see
probably
a
gonna just
hook.
deceive over it anyway. So deeper wards is always better against Shaco. So on the probably warding behind the blue golem on blue side would be a good idea, and warding the where the Ari is standing right now would be a good idea. So you can see the Shaco coming before he deceives. But then again, you always have some good Shaco players who do quite a lot of good lane ganks. So that would work as well. Like if you just come in from the lane and make sure the enemy champ doesn't see you and you deceive it, you can probably land a gank as well.
Yeah, indeed. Do you also think the rate should be a good ward coverage because Shaco could probably deceive through the rate's wall?
No, that's what I said. Like ward a little deeper, like probably somewhere here. Like so you can see him doing Wraith actually, so you can't deceive from there.
Hey, wake
Usually the
up.
usual ward would be the brush behind red. But now because it's Shaco you can ward slightly deeper if needed.
Okay. So it's similar to like warding like an Evelyn, you'd say, right?
Yep.
Yeah, indeed. So, we got standard shot, standard Oh, and
Start.
we do have a pause. So, yeah. What I like to say is, the junglers, stand doing their standard buffs, top lane doing their standard. Everything is pretty standard at the moment. So, I think one of the players' client has crashed. So during that pause time, alright, sorry, my mic went off. So let's talk about CS in general. Obviously, do you think the Shaco would have more CS or the Amumu would have more CS in the jungle?
It's pretty obvious that the Shaco should have better CS. But yeah, that's I told you right. If he counter jungles, then he'd probably put a Momo into some trouble.
Indeed, but yeah, counter jungling is actually not very effective as before in the earlier patches. So we'll see
See, we
how
see we,
Shaco.
we see the invade happening already. This is
Yeah.
unable to download spectator data. The game will now exit. What?
You've probably crashed. Do you have what the fast open or something?
No, nothing.
But now we do have Shaco take up first blood. I mean, as you said in the as you said earlier, Shaco is just gonna keep ganking, keep counter jungling a lot, and right after red, he goes for blue, takes down Amumu, takes the blue too. So I guess Amumu's gonna get 3 buffed right now. Um, Over in the bot lane also we have the bot lane getting level 2 and pushing up very hard. Mid lane also pushing up very hard, getting some damage down on that Syndra. And we have all the lanes very pushed up, and we also have a Mumu very put back. And Shaco not taking his own blue buff. He might be looking for another counter invade on Mumu's red buff, and will he get it? Oh no, Shaco spots a Mumu in the jungle, but no aggressive plays are happening. Shaco just setting a box and standing there at the moment. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we do have Sexpus going very aggressive onto the Ari. Ari forcing to flash out with a very low HP there. So a lot of action happening in the early game. So it's always good to see matches. Over in the bot lane, we do have Kranko hooking Corky in for just a little bit of trade damage. Jojo, are you back in the game?
Yeah, I reconnected, but like I'm way behind. My timer's 3:59, 4 not 1, 4 not 2.
Yeah, I think yeah, you're ahead actually. Lokesh, what time are you on? Yeah, Jojo, can you come back to our time?
Oh wait, but it's just stuck. All the champions are stuck and they're not moving.
You don't have what the fast up, right?
I have nothing on in the background.
Uh, I'm not sure because sometimes when I have what the fast, it kind of screws up. But right now I don't have what the fast, so.
Okay, now I'm at 3:55, 3:56, 3:57. What time are you guys on?
421, 422, 423, 424. Oh, over in the mid lane, we do have Defiance playing very aggressive. Beautiful gank onto the Syndra. Syndra landing a stun. The Ignite will be taking, and Sexpos taking off the kill with that
Yeah.
last auto attack.
Alright, I'm back. Yeah, that was a nice gank by Shaco. See, this is what I was talking about. Those early ganks on Syndra when her stun's down should be an easy kill because he lands the CC with his E, and that makes it easier for Ari to land a charm. Then they can easily secure the kill. Hey, sorry about that, DC guys. But now coming back to what I was talking about, see, this is what exactly I was talking about. Shaco doing his red buff and going for the blue immediately, knowing that the Mumu is slow and clearing after his Grom was a good idea. So now he picked up the first blood and denied a Mumu of his blue, making it very hard for him to jungle.
So how do you prefer an Amumu? Like, say you're getting 3 buffed as an Amumu, you take your blue, and we all know that Amumu really lies a lot on that mana for his wave coverage in the jungle. So as an Amumu, like you get 3 buffed, you lost your blue buff, all you have is a red buff right now. What's the best thing to do at this stage?
You can't really do anything because he doesn't have his blue right now, so he can't really focus on ganking any lanes. He should just probably farm the jungle and back whenever he's low on mana, buy items and come back again.
Over in the bot lane, we do have an engage going on. Cookie is taking Corky very low, but he will go off with the Ignite. Beautiful hook coming in by Kranko over there.
Oh man, I don't know what's happening to my game. Like it just pauses every 10 seconds and then it's like fast forward for the next 10 seconds. Should I reconnect again?
Yeah, you can try that. So, meanwhile, while Jojo reconnects, we do have top lane having a small trade. Lee Sin coming out on top, but now we have both the players getting level 6 first. So, nothing much happening in the top lane, just a small harassment. Ripcord going in very aggressive onto the Lee Sin. Lee Sin flashing away, comes in with the kicks and Sonic Waves back and beautifully connected. Lee Sin takes the lead up in that top lane. So yeah, very good. Oh, meanwhile, over in the bot lane, we do have Defiance getting spotted out in the jungle by a ward coming in from Corky. So yeah, now I guess we see the purple team warding up a little bit, putting those pink wards down, putting wards in their own jungle to make sure that they don't get ganked. But in the mid lane also, Syndra going very aggressive onto Sexpos. The Ignite will take, but not yet take him down. Meanwhile, Defiance coming in there and just scaring Syndra off back. That was a very close play coming in by both teams. Syndra level 5 almost deleting Sexpos level 6 Ari off the map. So yeah, beautiful plays coming down by both teams, but as of now, MisFits, the blue team, will be in the lead at the moment. Three kills to 1 kill, and about a 2K gold um, in between these two. So now just some general stuff. Oh, meanwhile in the bot lane, we might have an engage coming. Thresh coming in, getting both of them. The flay does go out. Cookie is trying to put as much damage. The death sentence does not connect. Sloppy plays coming out, and Thresh taking a little bit of damage right there. Um, yeah, so both of
Oh
these
man, the
teams.
same thing is happening again. I don't think they will cast this game. I'm sorry.
That's
I
okay.
reconnected in and it just like it's stuck right now. All the creeps are stuck, the heroes are stuck, and then it just fast forwards.
If you want, you can try restarting your internet if that doesn't take a lot of time. So.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. Hopefully that should work.
All right.
We
So
are back. Sorry
meanwhile,
about that.
yeah, that's all right. So while Jojo reconnects, I guess I'll be taking over for solo a little bit, so it's no problem at all. But I guess Defiance getting level 6 here and probably might be looking for that early dragon, but no, they're just gonna try and take the blue buff. The Shaker's got a box right there. Meanwhile, Amumu trying to take a few creeps off the mid lane. They do have the whole jungle warded, and they will be spotted by a pink ward. Sexpost and Shaco trying to take out that pink ward. They're pretty confident that they can take this buff. Meanwhile, they have the enemy bot lane coming back and trying to save Amumu right there, but the box is doing a lot of damage alone. I mean, I think it was just one box that took level 5 Amumu to almost half health, and this guy shouldn't be happening, but now we've got the mid lane and the bot lane of blue team moving in for this blue buff. I think they're going to take it. Yeah, it's going to be pretty uncontested. Bot lane is nowhere to be seen. And yeah, this blue buff will go to Cookies, it seems, and I guess Device will probably give his blue buff to the mid laner. Who knows? But yeah, Lucian with a blue buff at 9 minutes into the game is it's not a good thing. I mean, he can really just literally spam his Q, which does a lot of physical damage, and his E, which does a lot of which gives a lot of utility to the champ alone. So let's just see how this Sri Lankan bot lane comes up with it. Oh, and the top lane, we got a kill. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we have Kranko going very aggressive onto Corki and does take the kill. That's the second time Corki's died to the support, and it does give gold over to his AD carry. The AD carry, and now we have a flash hook coming down by Kranko, and he does connect it. Alistar is the new target. He will go very low. Cookie's flashing in, not quite getting the kill. Does take one damage, one shot from the tower, but that wouldn't do much. The bottom tower will go, and lanes are looking in favor in blue team right now. I mean, Ari is up on 2 kills. The bottom lane is up on 2 kills, and we have the mid lane also up. I mean, top lane. Top lane is the only lane losing at the moment, 0 to 2, so losing pretty badly at this moment, which isn't very good. So
I'm here to help you out. Okay, what's up?
are you in the game?
Not technically, but I can build up. That's okay.
Okay. So yeah, a lot of lanes losing at the moment. We do have Defiance ping for top lane, and we also have Ripcord getting caught out by the jungler. He will use his stealth and try to get away, but no, he is slowed by the Lee Sin. Sonic Wave connects. Will Lee Sin go for this? He does get Lantern out, and no, Lee Sin does not want to go that deep into the blue team without having any vision there. So yeah, a lot of problem with the purple team in this case is they're not warding as much. I mean, they do have a few wards up, but when you're against the Shaco guys, you need to ward a lot. Like, you need to ward so much, and and as Jojo said earlier, not just standard wards you put in tri brushes and stuff like that. You need to actually ward up a lot. You need to put those wards in. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we have Wukong going very aggressive. Wukong goes very low, and the flash kick by Lee Sin does take him down. Meanwhile, they have Kranko just going very aggro. I don't know why, but he does land the dead sentence on the Lee Sin, and Lee Sin will take a lot of damage. Sonic Wave does connect. He does take a shot. He does take a shot from the tower, but Kranko, being the boss on that Thresh, getting the shutdown GP on that Lee Sin, which can, of course, an assist going over onto Meanwhile, in the enemy blue buff, we have Sexpus taken very low. The Ignite is ticking, but he will take down Syndra over there with the help of Defiance. Meanwhile, a beautiful death sentence is being landed onto Alistar, and it's Shaco in a 1v3 situation. Exhaust does go on. Defiance trying to use his invisibility to his advantage. We'll go to the brush over there and recall, and Mumu trying to check as much brushes as possible. He currently finds him, and ooh, just very slow. Mumu being very slow, not quite fast enough to match the recall timer of Defiance over there. So yeah, very beautifully played, the blue team. You can really see their solo queue statistics, and you can just see in general just blue team playing as a team there. A very good play by them. When they play aggro in the jungle, they call everybody, they make everybody know, and meanwhile we have Ripcord disconnecting from the game, probably a slight few internet problems, who knows, but the game will be paused. Both teams have about 10 minutes of pause time left each, so yeah. They can probably afford...
That Corki is losing out lane by a lot, don't you think?
Yeah, he is losing out a lane a lot. Like when you're against a team like MisFits, who you have Kranko, who's been around, who is a diamond support player and has been around a lot, and you also have Cookies as a Lucian, who's been an 80 carry main for quite some time there. So we haven't really seen much of this Sri Lankan team. They are a relatively new team, so we really can't judge them off of this one game. But in this game right now, they are losing pretty badly. Just looking at CS alone, bot lane CS 127 to about 59, and they really need to step up their place. Most of their lanes have been losing, except for the top lane, which is kind of obvious. I mean, Lee Sin is a really good duelist because of his double abilities. I mean, he can hit you with the Sonic Wave, and then he can kick back to you with the Sonic Wave. Also, his Safeguard Iron Will gives him pretty good lifesteal bonus, and his E, which slows and reveals Wukong's invisibility. So yeah, that's most likely a lane winner, but we do have Wukong at least out CSing the Wukong, but now we've got a trade up in the top lane, and it looks like Lee Sin using his ulti on the wrong clone, and Ripcord comes up strong with the kill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we have Sexpos taking the turret all by himself, I think with the help of Cookies a bit, but mostly by himself. Now we have now we have Kranko coming up with a beautiful den sentence, but not much of a follow-up. Now Sexpos going very aggro with using his Spirit Rush and Orb of Deception. He will get stunned back. A little bit of harass coming from both teams now, but Sexpos is forced to use his ultimate as an Ahri, which doesn't give him any utility anymore. So another den sentence goes out, but none of it lands. And talking about the vision alone from the blue team, I mean, they've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They've got like 10 wards in the blue side of purple team's jungle alone, and that's just excellent ward coverage. And now another dead sentence, and it does land. Ahri gets taunted, and here comes Syndra, but Syndra not doing much. The red team taking out the blue team's turret over in the top lane, and Lee Sin trying to come down to his lane to help them, but they can't really wait for long. The charm does get used. The DFG, Amumu will go down. Beautiful catch coming in by Ahri. The charm lands. The Orb of Deception lands. He kind of DFG'd later, but he got the kill. He didn't really need the DFG damage onto the charm and Orb of Deception. So it's kind of more of an assassin tool to. It is an mage assassin's item, so I guess whatever combo works out for you, it's okay. But usually what you'd see is people would use the DFG first, and as the passive where you take extra magic damage from the opponent who uses the DFG, then you'd see the Orb of Deception. But we have another death sentence coming out onto Corki, and Corki forced to use the flash. Meanwhile, we have Defiance just at level 6 using his clone, and Solo taking the dragon. So that's a lot of gold being given to the blue team straight away. It's a 24k lead to 16k, so about almost a 10k lead, I'd say. And now Defiance just getting caught out, just bad positioning. The ulti does get used up, and Defiance not taking too much damage from the ulti and is able to just walk away. So yeah.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, are you back in the game?
Yeah, I'm at 16, 17, 18,
yeah,
19.
Perfect, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
So can you just brief me about what's been happening?
Yeah, so basically we've had a lot of people getting kicked out, but now we just have some sloppy aggression coming in from the Ahri. He will get hit a little bit, but it takes a little bit of damage, but not too much, not enough to kill him. So yeah, we just see, since most of the lanes of the purple team has been losing, we do see some lack of damage coming up, and over in the bot lane, Thresh basically soloing out a Mumu. Mumu not able to do anything over there. I mean, he did get, I feel kind of sad for this Mumu. I mean, he did get 3 buffed at the start of the game. He died within like the second minute of the game or something. And since then, he's not able to do much. Whereas Shaco, he's been all over the maps, planning down a lot of wards and just giving a lot of vision to his team. So, you know, purple team needs to really step up his game here. And even over the top lane, I mean, we did see Lee Sin actually win in the early levels, but now he's kind of fallen off. And Wukong knocking on taking out the inner turret of the top lane. We have Syndra going to try and come up there and defend it, but that will go down. The bot lane, the inner turret also goes down, and Amumu getting stunned by Sextus. The ulti of Amumu does go down. Koki's very low. Flash heals up. The support doing a very good job. Mumu also very low. Sextus also very low. We have Corki coming in very aggressive. Lee Sin coming up, picking up the kill on Lucian with the Sonic Wave. Now they just have to take down Sextus. Sextus very low on HP. The Sonic Wave connects, and that's a double kill for Lee Sin. Finally, we see an aggressive play, but meanwhile, Defiance being the sneaky assassin, taking out that Amumu, and he's just gonna box and try and get away from this. He's kind of trapped. He's gonna use his clone and try and get him out, but I think the purple team knows where he's gonna do, and he actually uses his ability and jumps over the wall in invisibility. So, wow, just a lot of plays happening over in the bot lane. So, could you kind of walk us through that, Jojo?
If you look at the goal difference right now, it's 10k. So it looks like blue team's way too ahead. Momo's fallen way behind because of all the counter jungling from Shaco. So even though Amumu is more of a team-oriented champ, it looks like he's way too behind right now to actually do anything. Even though he pulled off that out, they had a 4v3 fight at bot. We were able to see the Thresh peel hard enough for the Lucian, actually keeping him alive for quite a while. But then since the Lee Sin as well joined them, they were able to pick off those 2 kills and made a slight comeback. But right now it seems to me that with the 10k advantage that they have, the blue team should be easily able to take it from here in the team fights, because the only person who's fat on the purple team is probably Lee Sin, who's more of a 1v1 or 1v2 situation champion.
Oh, over near the Baron Pit area, we do have a Mumu. I don't know what he was doing there.
They have no ward coverage at all on that side, so I'm not too sure what a Mumu exactly was doing.
And I guess he went on a self-warding mission and tried to single-handedly ward in the Baron Pit, which does not belong to them anymore, and he had to pay the price for doing it. So, it's really bad to be behind this much, and there's nothing much anybody can do except hopefully farm and probably focus on the misplays of the blue team. But at a game at this level, I don't think a lot of mistakes are gonna happen that you can probably capitalize on when you're this behind in the game, don't you think?
Yep, and if you look at the CS difference right now in top lane, you have Wukong at 151 and Lee Sin at 86. It's almost twice as much as the CS. So he's going to be way ahead in gold with the single dragon that the blue team has got as well. And if you look at the junglers...
Over on the top side, we do have Ripcord going very aggressive on. Does pop his ulti, but a good kick by Lee Sin and Sonic Wave connecting. Ripcord doing a much more damage and does win the duel on the top lane. Beautiful play by Ripcord.
That is exactly what I was talking about. I said that Lee Sin needs to win his lane early, otherwise he's going to be useless later.
Indeed, and Lee Sin
and if you look at the ADC CS difference as well, you have about 100 more on the Lucian than the Corki. So for the Corki to come back right now, he basically doesn't even have one core item in 20 minutes, which is an Infinity Edge.
Indeed, and over the Thresh getting caught out, I guess, a bit, but they do have their AD carry. A good ulti by the Lucian trying to do whatever he can to try and take down at least one person, but no, the 2 bot lane, but Ari coming in, taking down a Mumu now. Cookie's also, the kill goes to Cookies, and now Ari taking out the Corki. The death sentence lands, that's a max range death sentence, and a double kill goes out for the Ari, beautifully executed by the blue team.
That was actually a terrible out by the Mumu, considering the Thresh's box at kept Alistair and Corky out of the fight. So they couldn't really get to this side, whereas the Amumu just flashed in and got his Q and
Oh,
then he
and
just went
another
in.
death sentence being landed to the Lee Sin in the base of the blue team. Sex was getting stunned here, but you know, Koki is going very aggressive, does take the kill on the Lee Sin and gets very low by that time. But here comes Syndra. Syndra getting chomped. The Orb
Oh,
of
wow.
Deception does miss, but we do have Kranko to pick up the kill with the last hit.
With the Flay proc passive, he managed to do like 200 odd damage and get the kill.
And we just have a random heal from the purple team. I don't know why. I guess they wanted Amumu to go a little bit aggressive, but they couldn't. So yeah, and we have another death sentence being landed. This Kranko's getting all the death sentence, and with the help of the box, Cookies will be taking that kill onto Alistar. And Sexmo's trying to get a little bit aggressive onto the Corki, but doesn't give out much damage. What I've noticed about this Ari is that most of her Orbs of Deceptions are missing right after this charm. I mean, he is landing this charm, but then he attempts to miss the Orb of Deception and DFG afterwards to pick up the kill. So I guess a new mechanic using the DFG has been shown in this game, but yeah, so
This is what being
you really
toxic does to you.
you really can't blame them. I mean, whatever works to pick up the kill, and that's what Ari has been doing. She is a 5-1 DFG, needlessly large rod. I do believe she's shooting on 1.4k. So she's probably gonna go back and probably finish that death cap, I believe. Not too sure. She can probably go for Azonia's too, but she hasn't been dying much, so I guess the death cap would be a better option in this case. So.
Yep. But if I remember right, I remember watching a stream once where Faker was talking about how you go DFG on Ali and then it's better to finish your void stuff immediately rather than go for death cap. There's some math to it and which talks about how it damage.
Yeah,
but yeah,
indeed.
I think that would be a better build on Ali.
Yeah, it just basically increases your overall burst damage because that void staff really works with the DFG, and also I think gives some magic penetration to the DFG. So you'll be doing close to 680 damage without the magic resist. So yeah, meanwhile we have Ari just randomly using her ulti for no reason. The charm lands. This time the Orb of Deception does land, but it only takes Alistair to about half HP. I don't think the DFG was ready on Sexpus's side, or else would have gotten the kill. But yeah, over in the mid lane, we do have an engage coming up. It's a 3v1 versus these two, and Cookie's taking the kill. A beautiful death sentence being landed onto Amumu. That's a double kill for Lucian, and we have a beautiful Syndra stun actually coming for the disengage, not for the offense or the engage. And you know, there's nothing
it's got
much.
to a point where that even if Amumu does land his ulti on the ADC, they're not able to do anything to him. So you just saw that 2v4 fight where the bot lane and blue team just took on the bot lane, the mid laner, as well as the jungler of the purple team, and they couldn't really pull out enough damage to kill the Lucian.
Indeed, when you put behind this much, like almost a 20k gold difference now, there you lack damage, you lack tank, you pretty much lack everything, and there's nothing much you can do. So
We see the split push happening from the Wukong top, and there's no one to really stop him because you have 4 people bot, you have the Lee Sin top, but the Lee Sin can't take the Wukong 1v1 at this point. So they got that free inhibit top lane.
Indeed. Just taking inhib after inhib now. 25 minutes in, you don't have anybody at level 15 yet, and you've got both the inhibitors taken down. So this is really gonna be hurting the red team in a very big way. And we have another dead sentence getting hit, but it doesn't quite really land. I'm surprised they're not pushing the mid lane. I mean, they've got these 2 inhibitors, and they're just gonna stick with that. So I guess they're gonna go straight for the Nexus turrets. I'm not too sure, or probably looking for a good fight. But now we've got the Wukong teleporting onto his minion inside the base of the purple team, and I guess they're just relying on Thresh to get some hooks, and hopefully they can get an engage going. But finally, we have the Lucian roaming down to the mid lane, and probably will pressure that inhibitor turret of the mid lane. So yeah, it's just been a very solid performance. What do you think about Blue Team's performance in this game?
Hey, we've known all the players for quite a while now, so we know their individual skills, and they're all performing really well right now. dominating all of the lanes. The jungler really helped all of them snowball
Meanwhile,
as
we
well.
have Ripcord set into a 1.5. He does get knocked back, but the Mumu ult does hit. Mumu very low. Ripcord will flash and take down. Meanwhile, Ari will take Lee Sin down, and Ripcord just trying to juke out 3 members of the blue team. But Ari gonna come and try and help. Charm does land. The Orb of Perception also lands. That's a double kill. Will he get the triple kill? No. Syndra being able to burst down, but Lucian taking down the Alistar, and here comes the Shaco taking down the Lissandra. They don't even need to take the mid inhibitor turret, and they're just going straight for the Nexus, and that's a GG coming out from both teams. So very well played by the blue team. I guess you could say the game has ended right now. 27 minutes, take it at that, approximately. Defiance. Rishiraj going for the try-hard win mode here, I guess. Not giving the team any room to at least breathe or see their Nexus being destroyed, and they're just going full on onto the Nexus turn, and that's gonna be it, guys. 28-7, 52k to 29k. That's GG. Blue team playing a very good game here, and that's also the last game of the day, unfortunately. Do tune in tomorrow to see another 4 matches being played from... not 4 matches. Tomorrow is a Saturday, so we'll be having matches from 12 in the afternoon to about 12 in the morning. So please stay tuned for that. I'm Loki, and with me is Jojo. Jojo, thanks for casting.
Thank you.